Payments Podcast from Bottomline Technologies.
There was a time when organisations were wary of working together for fear of sharing trade secrets or indeed any resulting revenue. Thankfully, those days are long behind us now, but organisations failing to adapt this new, fast-paced, digital and collaborative age will almost certainly be left behind. eBay, for example, utilised PayPal's significant expertise to create a slick, smooth customer experience. This set them apart from their competitors and indeed helped to build the foundations of their almost $11 billion company today. Hello, I'm Rich Williams, host of the Payments Podcast, and today I'm talking to Randy McFarlane, Head of Strategic Partnerships and Alliances at Bottomline. Hello, Randy.
Hey, Rich.
Randy, welcome to this episode. And in the prelude, I mentioned eBay and PayPal specifically, but there are, of course, countless other examples I could have chosen. Expanding on this, why do organisations need to form partnerships today?
Well, I think, Rich, for me, the first place to start is there's no better approach to solving challenges than the famous saying, two heads are better than one. So when people think about partnerships, they think about two businesses coming together to solve challenges for mutual customers. But actually, you could extend that, and that's creating internal partnerships between colleagues and departments. Of course, right through to those larger partnerships between businesses. The key here is harnessing the strengths and the ability of others from different corners of your ecosystem. And strategic partnerships benefit everyone in the value chain. So if we start with businesses and employees and customers, the businesses themselves, I think they can broaden their relevance and increase their addressable market. Customers benefit from the strengths and the offerings that each of the organizations in the partnership brings to the table. And for the employees themselves, they can expand their development opportunities by being exposed to new perspectives and expertise.
That's interesting. You mentioned there about the importance and the value chain there that affects the customers and the employees as well. We'll come on to that in a moment, but let's talk specifically about the organisations themselves. When successful organisations collaborate more closely together, what tangible benefits can they expect, and what does it look like?
Well, I think the first thing is all the successful partnerships that we see in our space or actually in others too. They have a laser-like focus on delivering value to the end customer. So what that does is that really focuses in on what does a compelling value proposition look like? And that in turn drives innovation, and that in turn drives opportunity, and that in turn drives incremental revenue. So what are those opportunities? So first of all, once you've been through that process, once you've identified what is the customer pain point that we're looking to address here, how can we drive success into those customers, it's who do you then take it to? And the beauty of a partnership is you have access to new customers. So if you've chosen your partner well, one thing for sure is that their customer base, your value proposition will have resonance with them. It will be relevant to them. And of course, you have a customer base that has already purchased and already has that key ingredient, the trust factor as well. And it's the same for the partner, of course. Again, if you've chosen the right partnership, what you're able to do is open up a new prospect base for your partner organization, driving incremental opportunity and revenue for them, but really important for you as an organization. So you have your customer base. One of the things that you're doing by bringing in a partnership that has relevance and can help solve additional challenges for your customers is you're helping drive more value into your existing customer base. And of course, that goes right to the heart of a customer retention strategy.
It's interesting. We often see that partnerships are discussed, strategic partnerships or trusted partnerships. How much emphasis and importance can we place on that?
I think so. So one of the things you just called out there was trust. The word trust, and for me, for any strategic partnership to be successful. So I said there was one key element, which was the laser-like focus on customer success. So that's one. But two is the trust. So the partnerships certainly that we enter into, it's with the spirit of we're in this for the long term. So what does that mean? That means transparency. That means integrity. And that also means having the ability to say no, actually, to say no when we think we are not in position to deliver the value either to our existing customer base, but more importantly to the mutual customer base too. So if we align that to the laser-like focus on driving value and success for the end customer, that's when you'll also build up the trust with the customer, the end customer themselves. And what does that mean? That means a longevity in relationship, that means loyalty from the customer, and that means additional revenue opportunities.
Great. So that symbiosis is clearly key to that. And that sounds like a win-win to me.
Yeah, absolutely. We like win-win.
We do. Let's talk about the opportunities themselves. So what actual opportunities are out there right now for the right partners working together effectively, Randy?
Yeah, so I think, it depends on the partnership, but I think you could probably boil it down into a few areas. We've just talked about the access to new customers, of course, so that's an opportunity. Any business is always looking to extend its reach to grow its customer base, so that's one. But certainly when I look at what we're looking to achieve from our strategic partner initiative at Bottom Line, so of course it's the opportunity to access new markets and new sectors, perhaps where we wouldn't necessarily have a footprint. A partner can take us into that space, so that opens up a whole plethora of new ways that we can grow and extend and evolve and transform as a business. We talked about the added value proposition for the existing customers. I think that gets played out across all partnerships as well. So it's not just about the access to new customers, but it's about adding more value into your existing customer base. Building brand awareness as well. So there's a sort of brand awareness, a brand association type thing. So we help each other drive market awareness and also drive the agenda of the market as well. So again, that sort of two heads are better than one. Having two parties coming to the table with their resources, with a combined agenda, with a common goal, you can really get some momentum around that particular piece. And expanding geographic reach as well. So for many organizations, we're living in an increasingly globalized world. So as organizations look beyond their home markets, how do they penetrate other geographies without overextending themselves, without having to put feet on the ground, without having to build out whole infrastructures and resources? The right partnerships can facilitate that as well. So it's all about growth, and I think the very thing that underpins all of that is you can win more business. Very simple, win more business.
Thanks, Randy. Let's start drawing to a conclusion now by looking at some other real-life use cases where companies have maximised the benefits of a mutually successful relationship. What other examples can you draw from?
I'll mention a couple that we at Bottom Line are up to, but one I thought that was quite innovative was I saw that PayPal and Toronto Parking Authority had entered into a partnership whereby they worked together to develop an app. PayPal socialized the ability for Torontonians, or not sure what to call people who live in Toronto, but for their ability to seamlessly park anywhere utilizing the app, so prepaying with the app via their PayPal account. And it really drove incremental revenue for PayPal, but also from a customer loyalty, and uptake, but also a sort of customer satisfaction perspective to do with the Toronto parking service, that absolutely went through the roof. And that's something that's been very successful. So I've seen that PayPal are now looking to replicate that with different cities across Canada. So that's been a good one. Here ourselves at Bottom Line, so I think about our partnership with Starling Bank that we've entered into to allow real-time payments. So this is a new 24/7 service that allows banks and corporates to send and receive and also track payments in real time in UK bank accounts. And why that's important is because for many corporates and banks, becoming a direct member of the faster payment scheme can be challenging, very challenging. The implementation cost, the payment expertise, and the restrictive timelines can extend the project into many months. It's a real overhead. And it also leaves the ongoing compliance burden inside the organisation. So the partnership between Bottom Line and Starling Bank solves this issue. It solves this issue, and it supplies a API-driven, real-time payment and settlement service, and order call benefits of historical access to faster payments. So that's a good one, we think, and that's proving very popular with corporates and banks alike. And I think, earlier in the conversation we talked about it's becoming an increasingly globalized world, and many of our customers, large and small, and that's quite interesting actually, not just the large corporates but also SMEs, they're asking for payments to be added in several currencies. They are looking to extend, move into new geographies, and the sort of international payments is extremely complex, highly regulated. And so what we've done is we've teamed with a partner called Currency Cloud. They've got very pioneering APIs, and then together we can deliver real value for the customers. And so what we've done is we've combined our intelligent payments platform, seamlessly connecting through their APIs with Currency Cloud. And ultimately, the value is that the customers will enjoy a simple-to-use transaction process to pay suppliers and employees abroad. So that solves that challenge for big businesses and small businesses alike in doing international payments.
Right, and calling back to what you said earlier, that's driving the needs and the requests of the market. More smart, more simple, more secure. Fantastic. Closing remark then, Randy, for anyone listening who might be thinking about partnering with a business such as Bottom Line, maybe taking advantage of some of the things that we're looking at the moment, what would be a suggestion for them?
Pick up the phone. Give me a call. Open for business, open for collaboration. Let's do this.
Randy, thank you very much for joining us today. Really exciting to talk to you.
Thanks, Rich.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we have time for. We'll be back with some more podcasts very soon. And in the meantime, you can listen to more episodes on all things payments at the touch of a button using your preferred provider. And we'll see you all next time.
The Payments Podcast from Bottom Line Technologies.